let me just quickly take you guys through what I feel about the boot and why I shortlisted this. Well, my assistant isn't really helping me much today. So this is what my wife got me for the anniversary, although it's about 2 months away. It was kind of fast-tracked by our dog. So Shadow bit my boot, the buckles, and I have the Alpine Star billies, and those buckles cannot be replaced. So we did try something, so it's working, but it is not going to be ideal, especially if you're touring and taking it off-road. For the city runs and stuff, it is perfectly fine. So I was thinking that maybe my next boot will be like a long cuff one, and yeah, so will be a long cuff one. And I have a helper who popped up. That's Mr. Toothless. So he definitely wants to open the box with me, I presume. Alright, ignore the guy. So so the consideration set was the Alpine Star Corazol, the Baja, the TCX Baja Gore-Tex, the former Adventure. So these were the three, and this one was like a last minute entry after doing a lot of research and stuff. I really liked the way this boot looked. So the reason why I chose the TCX over the Alpine Star or the CD, not that they make bad boots, they all make brilliant boots, but TCX, you can read it on the box, it says focus on boots. They don't have any other gear. They don't have gloves, they don't have jackets, riding pants, braces or any of that kind. So that is why I chose TCX. And the minute I put my feet into these boots, and I tried all of the other boots as well, it was just so comfortable. Like, these guys really know how to make super comfortable boots. So let me open this up with my assistant here, who I'll get rid of. So this is how the boots look. They look absolutely brilliant. Let me put this aside. What do they have here? A couple of stickers and an instruction booklet, which I'll read. And I think I'll just pack the guy up. Yeah, I don't like that. Now that we have got that guy out of the way, a better look at the boots. So they have 3 buckles, as you can see, with a little bit of velcro. So I'd open this one out, so let's just look at this one closely. So this is where the gaiter comes, which means that it's waterproof till about here, which is perfectly fine, because they will definitely do more streams and smaller crossings that you could think about. Having said that, in all of my research, the CD Adventure 2 had the longest gaiter, I mean the tallest gaiter. It would come about somewhere here. So it makes sure that there is that much more room in terms of you wading through water, which if it is something that somebody is looking for specifically, then I suggest you check out the CD Adventure 2. They are slightly expensive, but they're brilliant shoes. They have a whole lot more protection. Now the buckle system is very easy to put in. All you do is you adjust your size, you lock it in place just like this. It's super easy. Now in terms of protection, the shoe has plastic inserts, which means that it holds your ankle from unnecessarily moving and maybe twisting a ligament or damaging the ankle itself. The toe section and the heel section have ample protection, as in this is a C rated boot, so they are super let's say rigid in terms of giving you the right kind of protection, or most of the protection that you need. And another reason why I went for this particular type of shoe is because of the treads that you can see here in terms of the lugs. So that means you can get off the bike, you can hike and walk around and feel right at home, especially when you're on these off-road terrains. You'll get ample grip here, like you can see. Saddle and rest the end of your foot peg without a problem. I'm yet to try that. Of course, it's brand new, so I'll try that when I go for a test ride in some time. And here they have the accordion panel here and here, which means that it helps that movement much more easier. So of course all boots take time to break in, but from I think the 2 minutes that I wore it and tried it in the shop, I feel that it's going to break in easy without any problem. The Alpine Star that I'm wearing currently, it took me about a week to get used to it. But and then coming back to the protection, it has this huge shin guard that protects your shin from rocks, debris, especially when you're off-road, and it's a solid piece, so it takes care of that. Now in an aesthetical format, they have added your toe shifter patch here so that it doesn't damage the shoe. So they had to do it here as well so that it remains aesthetically correct when both pairs match. The other interesting thing that I read about is you can see the stitching is on the outside, so it's not stitched from boot to the sole. There is a leather patch in the middle, which is basically your insole, which makes it that much more comfortable. So in case you have to swap these out, it's very easy to get these removed and have them changed. And looking at the boot, is there anything else? Yeah, a couple of more things. So this is a suede patch. So basically it helps grip onto the side of your bike, especially when you're standing and riding. I read a fair few reviews of this, and I was super happy with what I read, especially some of the guys that seem to have used this an awful lot. So this will be super helpful, and especially if you're riding one of those bikes which has the heat pipes coming close to you, this acts as a heat shield as well. It absorbs, it makes sure that the heat doesn't travel to your leg, making it uncomfortable. The other thing that I like is what you see here. So what this does is it kind of I'm not going to say vacuums onto your calf, but it creates almost no space between your calf and have a bit of a gap around. That definitely doesn't happen with these boots. So if you're looking for a good boot, this is something that you should really consider. This is the TCX Drifter WP. I think WP stands for waterproof. And yeah, the other thing about boots is I think it's one of the most neglected piece of gear that people don't really invest in. The best part about buying a good pair of boots is these things last 3, 4, 5 years easy. And even if you look at some of the reviews on YouTube, like I was for these 4, 5 boots that I was talking about, there are guys who have used a single pair of boots for about 8 years. So of course they have added another boot probably to their lineup, but those boots have survived torture for about 8 years. There's a former adventure rider who's used his boot. He bought it in 2010 and it's 2020 right now. So these things are built to last. So if you have to stretch your budget a bit, do it, but get the right gear, get the right protection, and get it for your riding style. Of course it has to please you aesthetically. I'm not going to say that aesthetically if it looks shit and it has all the protection, you should go for it. But all of these guys and the Italians really know how to make a good boot, a safe, comfortable boot, and that's essentially what these are. I'm absolutely in love with them, and I will give an update of these shoes of these boots rather in I guess 6 months. So I'll have some experience of the real world challenges, if any, with these boots, pros, cons and stuff, but I can't think of a con, only because I've done a lot of research into these boots, my riding style and stuff. So there you have it. Adios. I guess that's about it.